you guys are starting to build a little momentum. You got points in 3 of your last 4, a couple of wins in there. Things starting to come into form a little bit here.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, we didn't have the start we wanted to, so we can't let this get away on us. We can't let teams get away on us, and we have to make sure we bank in points. Every game is huge, and tonight's another good chance for us.
Before last game, we asked you guys about generating offense without cheating and giving up much on the other end, and you outscore them 5-1 at even strength. So what did you do well to find that offense but not give up?
I think, obviously we went to the net. We had chances, we created chances. We had different lines scoring. That's always huge, and obviously we had a few bounces that went our way finally. So it was nice to score a couple of goals.
Last change, Todd gets to do what he wants with your line. Last game it was head-to-head against Ben. Ovechkin's in town tonight. Just maybe your thoughts on, if you're out there against him, how you keep him off the score sheet.
Well, you obviously need to be aware of him. I think his biggest weapon is his shot, and that's what you have to try and take away from him, try and take the time and space away from him. So I think it's the same for every superstar in this league. You try and give him as little time as possible.
Go ahead.
You have Ovechkin in town today. You guys did a good job against Ben and Sagan the other night. How do you continue to generate and not give much up against those stars?
That's tough. They're good matchups. They have a very offensive lineup on the forward group, and their D get active as well. So they'll be a test for us tonight.
You guys have spent a bit of time trying to get the penalty kill sorted out. From your standpoint, Connor, what needs to change the most?
Just overall special teams, penalty kill and power play's got to get better. Not giving up the seam, just keeping stuff to the outside. I think that's the main thing. And we've proven we've had it. We were a top 10 penalty kill last year, top 5 power play. So we have it in this room. We just got to find it.
Special teams aside, you guys have gotten some wins in the last few games, a couple of wins here. What are you guys starting to do right? And is momentum starting to build?
Yeah, you definitely we're feeling better about things. Good win last game. A couple close ones on the road, and so there's definitely a little bit of momentum building, but we got to keep that going. You can't lose our details.
I think in the games you've played against Washington, you've been matched up against Kuznetsov a decent amount. What are sort of your impressions of him?
He's a great player. Skates real well, great with the puck. Very dangerous. So, for me, trying to produce offensively, you got to be aware of him defensively as well. So that's a good challenge all over the rink.
Are these fun games to play with when you go up against pros? You go with Sagan, now you're going up against your best friend. You kind of get up for these games.
Yeah, they're exciting. But that's the NHL. I mean, there's stars all over the league. So every night there's going to be a new guy coming in, and you're going head to head against a star in the league. So it's exciting.
Good to go?
Yeah, when you are ready.
All right, Matt. I guess you could say you guys have built a little bit of momentum here. You got points in 3 of your last 4. Pick up a big win, score some 5-on-5 goals, score some goals. Just what are you guys starting to do right, and are you starting to feel a little bit of momentum building?
I think that we're playing better defensively, 5-on-5. I think that we can clean up our penalty kill, and it's just little things that add up to be in the back of our net, so I think we can clean that up. But I think we're doing a lot of things well. We're moving the puck a lot better. We're playing in our own zone a little bit better, and I think we're creating more.
Is it fair to call last game a bit of a monkey off the team's back, and you as well for getting that goal?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's a close game in the third period, and those are the kind of games that you need to win in order to be relevant at the end of the season. So I think that's a good sign for our team. I thought that when they scored and went up in that period, that we kind of just said, "Hey, let's keep working. Let's get it back." And I think we did a good job. We had a good attitude, especially in the third period.
Having said that, your opponent tonight comes into this one with struggles, but still a deadly team. Just what are you facing here tonight with Washington?
You're going to see a good power play, so it'll be a good test for a penalty kill. I think we're ready for that. But I think the other team's a little bit pissed off, and I think that although we had a good game and won last game, I think we can play a little bit pissed off too, and get some points back.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Morning, Todd.
Morning.
Same lineup tonight as you had the other night?
Good chance of it, yes.
Is that just because you just don't want to change something that's working for you, or?
Well, a lot of times your changes come on the, the bottom six or the sixth defenseman. I thought our bottom six gave us some real good segments in that game. Created some energy and ozone time, so we're hoping we're going to get that from them again. And on the back end, we'll probably keep it the same, just keep those pairs going.
I think in the few games you've had against Washington, Kuznetsov's kind of been matched up against McDavid. What are your sort of impressions of Kuznetsov and the times you've seen him?
Well, we obviously see him a lot more on TV and in pre-scouts than we do head-to-head. And he's a dynamic player. Like he can skate and does things at a very high speed. To me, while he's making all his moves, which are smooth, he has pretty good vision away from the puck, so he finds some other players. But he's slowly becoming a superstar in our league, and he's a fun player to watch.
Todd, Jokinen set to play his 900th career game. He was just saying for a sixth-round draft pick that maybe wouldn't have been expected. You've mostly coached against him, but now having him on your team, what do you think has allowed him to have that longevity?
Well, his biggest asset, in my opinion, and I'm sure it's been like that for a lot of the 900 games, is his brain. He sees and understands the game. He studies it fairly well. Not the fastest, not the strongest guy, probably doesn't have the best shot in the league, but his mind allows him to compensate for those other areas, and he's been a pretty effective player. And he's been a pretty effective player as the game has changed. It's gone from a grinding, hooking, holding game to a speed game. And when you're getting up in and around those 900 games, you've been around for a long time, and you've seen a lot and done a lot.
Patrick Maroon has 3 goals in 4 games or something like that. Is just that he's getting goals now, or has his game changed?
I think it's changed a little bit. He's doing some of the things that he needs to do to get those scoring opportunities, and it can get away on anybody. You have to be reminded. He was reminded, and I think he's playing more like he did for the majority of the season last year, and as a result, he's getting rewarded. Obviously, Leon on that line with Connor helps. It opens up a lot of ice for Patty because a lot of the checking lines have to pay attention to 97 and 29. It opens up ice for him.
How was he reminded of it?
Well, there's different ways. Players get videos that are sent out to them. They sit with the assistant coaches. Sometimes they meet with the head coach. There's different ways.
When it comes to Kailer Yamamoto, have you guys made a decision, or does he still have time to kind of change your mind if you have, or does he still have time to make it?
Well, the decision is that he's here, and there's no wavering on that right now. He's an Oiler, and I met with him yesterday. Just because he's been plucked out of the lineup doesn't mean his confidence should waver at all. He should prepare like he's going to be here each and every day. He shouldn't get into a mindset of what are they thinking? What are they gonna do with me? That's not the case. He's here, and there isn't anything else on the table right now. That could change tomorrow. That could change the next day. But he's here.